So, if you're watching this, thank you. This is something I've been thinking about for a little bit. I wanted to try something new for a long time. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I thought the job in quotation marks would be fun, but I just never got around to doing it until now. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I thought about doing, being a gun channel, being a car channel, being a gaming channel, being a variety channel, and every sort of which way. But I think I'm gonna go with something a lot simpler than that. It's gonna be me driving my Focus RS, talking about random stuff. Simple, no flashiness, no nothing. To me, I think that would end up being, probably a good use of my time. Because I do enjoy driving this car. For anybody who is wondering, I'm currently driving a 2017 Focus RS. I bought this car about a month ago. I wanted something fun again. I had a 2014 Focus ST many years ago. Absolutely loved that car. Did I blow up the transmission in it? Yeah, I did. Was that very unfortunate? Yeah, it was. But it happened. I repaired the car. I loved that car. So now I'm in its bigger brother, which, I love driving this car. Makes nice pop bangs in sport mode, has the active exhaust. Funny enough, this is the second Focus RS that I looked at. I looked at one probably about an hour and a half from where I lived. Car was clapped, unfortunately. The dealer had made the mistake of saying, oh, hey, this is actually the owner's son's car. Yeah, I think anybody could probably be in that situation and be like, yeah, that doesn't sound right. He went from the RS to a Fiesta ST. Nothing wrong with that. The Fiesta ST gets better mileage. 1.6 liter. I don't know what they actually get for mileage, but little light go-kart cars. Pretty good cars from what I hear. But that RS completely clapped. Problems that I saw with it included the exhaust was a aftermarket exhaust, unfortunately, and it sounded like garbage. I wanted to turn there, but I'm talking and missed that. Aftermarket exhaust sounded horrible, way too loud for it. The tips were mismatched. So the one stuck out probably about, I don't know, inch and a half, 2 inches farther than the other one, which doesn't look good either. Deleted the active exhaust. You start deleting factory systems on the car, it's probably not going to perform the way you'd like it to perform. And my buddy who came with me, because not just my buddy, my best friend. My best friend came with me to take a look at this car. Because anything mechanical, I trust him more than I trust anybody else to. We've been, little information about him. We're both close to 30. We're nearing 30. We've been friends since we were 4. We've been friends for forever. Our moms were actually in the hospitals together when they were both pregnant with us. I was actually just born 2 weeks later than he was, which, kind of funny how that goes, but that's all right. Ended up going to school together and, being best friends since then, and wouldn't have it any other way. Which actually kind of brings me to why I'm doing these videos in the first place. The way we're both extremely different in a lot of aspects. he doesn't like to talk about topics. Sometimes he, get him on about cars and he'll talk for ages about it, which, that's all right. But deep conversations about other things other than like cars and mechanical things, he's just not very good at. And neither is my family. I love my family. I love him, to death. They're my they're, the reason I'm still here. But I wanted to be able to sit in this car, drive around, and just talk about things. Talk about anything that I really want to talk about, since, I'm extremely introverted. The fact that I'm even doing this in the first place is ridiculous. Well, if you would have asked me a year ago that I'd be doing this, I would say it's ridiculous. But yeah, no, I wanted to talk about, some of my favorite things, talk about deep subjects. I have a few, empathy, the lack of it in today's society, how people treat each other, suicide, depression, among a couple of other topics. I know some of those are extremely heavy subjects, but I have a lot that I would love to talk about, just not really somebody to talk to, which is, why I've attached a GoPro to my face and am now driving just aimlessly around the back roads on where I live. So hopefully this ends up becoming something I do quite often, and I end up enjoying it. I hope people that do watch them enjoy them. And if you don't, whatever. I'm not going to tell you what to enjoy and what not to enjoy. You're your own person, and if anyone ever tells you otherwise, then screw them, I guess. I almost dropped the F word. YouTube doesn't like that, but maybe I'll start cussing a little more. Who knows? Never have made a YouTube video other than the short on my channel. It's a satirical one where we take the oil pan off of a VR6 Jetta that we destroyed at my buddy's house many years ago. That was something we used to do quite often, is just destroy junkyard cars. There's a Cavalier, an Eclipse, whole bunch of other stuff that we ended up screwing around with and just having a good time. Now that I'm getting older, we don't get to do that stuff anymore, which, kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Time moves on, and so do people, so do what we do. It happens. But if you've gotten this far, you've listened to what I've had to say, I appreciate it greatly, because of course, like I said, this is a complete change to what I've normally been doing in my life. So I don't know how to sign these videos off. Like I said, this is my first one I've ever made. I guess I'll probably do something heartfelt, I guess. If anyone's ever told you you aren't gonna amount to anything, just know everybody has done something important in their life. Everybody is important. So take care. Have a great day.